have heard on her sweetly singing.
Hey friends, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. Today I'm getting a little head start on Thanksgiving prep. I'm going to go to the grocery store, get some grocery shopping done. I'm prepping my stuffing mix, decorating the table for Thanksgiving, and later tonight I'll be baking some yummy pumpkin bars for my hubby's work potluck. It's going to be a cozy, productive day, so let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm headed out to the grocery store to grab everything I will need for Thanksgiving. I like to go a little bit early before it gets too crowded. I like to pick up my essentials, all the herbs and veggies and all the things for every side that we need. Of course, we need a turkey as well. Back home, I'm getting everything laid out on the counter and organized just so I have an idea if I missed anything, which, just wait, you'll see I did. Alrighty, we're home now, so let's go ahead and go over what we picked up. I got a few cans of this cream corn and a few cans of some regular corn. I also picked up some Velveeta and some elbow pasta. I'm making my mom's mac and cheese corn casserole. It's super easy. It's literally a can of cream of corn, a can of regular corn. Do not drain it. A cup of Velveeta, a tablespoon of butter, a cup of elbow. Mix it all together, cover it, cook it at, I think, 425 or 375. I think it's 425 for 45 minutes. Uncover it, stir it, put it back in the oven, uncovered for another 15 minutes. It is delicious, so I'm going to be making that for Thanksgiving. Of course, I bought enough to make 3 times the batch. My family loves it. I also picked up some pumpkin to make a pumpkin dessert for my hubby for his potluck tonight, or well, not tonight. The potluck is tomorrow. I'm going to make the dish tonight. You'll see that at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned. I did pick up some chicken broth. I'm running a little bit low, and I am making my own stovetop stuffing for Thanksgiving. I did share that with you guys in my Thanksgiving video. I picked up some pecans, some marshmallows, and some brown sugar. This is for the sweet potatoes that I forgot. So I'm going to have to go back to the store and grab some sweet potatoes, but that's okay because I also didn't get any milk. For whatever reason, they were out of the milk that I needed. So I also picked up some orange juice, some cranberries, and a big old, oh man, this thing is heavy, a big old turkey. So this guy is frozen. You're going to want to make sure that you sit your turkey in the fridge. I will post more specific about that. I don't remember the exact days in advance that you have to sit your turkey out to thaw in the fridge, but I will post that for you guys for those of you that don't know, and maybe you're like me and you need that information. So I'll post that for you guys in my little community post. If you guys don't check my community post, definitely check them out. I post things there all the time. Reminders of videos. I like to do polls over there and just kind of updates and fun things like that. And then of course I got some not reusable. Nope, these are disposable dishware. I got this cute little just give thanks pumpkin and then the napkins to match. And they did have smaller plates to match, but I kind of wanted to change it up with the plaid. I kind of like that orange plaid. I thought it was kind of fun. So that's what I did. But anyway, let's get this put away. I do want to start prepping for Thanksgiving. I'm going to go ahead and pre-make my stovetop. Again, if you are looking for the specific recipe, let me know. I'll comment and share that recipe with you, or you can go check out my Thanksgiving homemade sides video. So, and then I do want to get a little bit of cleaning done today in addition to that. And like I said, you're going to want to make sure you come back because I am making some delicious pumpkin bars for the hubby's potluck that he is having tomorrow afternoon at work. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this put away and get started with our day. next up, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my stuffing. If you guys saw my Thanksgiving sides video that I made everything from scratch, we are going to be making that stovetop copycat recipe. So I did, of course, make some loaves of bread. This time I made them ahead of time. Good job, Tammy. Pat on the back. And then I just pulled them out of the freezer this morning and let them thaw out while I was out doing my morning walk, getting the kids off to school, and then going to the grocery store. By the time I got done with all of that, the bread was nice and thawed out. And so I just went ahead and got it all ready, cubed up and everything into bite-sized pieces. So that way I could get it in the oven and let it get dried out. So I will say I made an oopsies and I got sidetracked into something while these were baking, and they might have got a hair dark. I'm hoping that they turn out okay on Thanksgiving Day. I did make up a backup batch just in case though.
In excelsis Deo Gloria. In excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo.
For Thanksgiving this year, we are staying home and we're having my dad and a couple friends over to join us for our meal on Thursday next week. I am so excited. I love baking or cooking for a large company. I don't know. There's just something I love and enjoy about hosting. You guys will have to let me know. Are you guys headed out of town? Are you guys headed to a friend's house, family's house? Or are you doing all the baking or cooking at your home? You know, when we used to do host for my husband's family, we've never hosted like Thanksgiving really, other than for like my dad or my mom back at home. However, we used to travel and we would go to my grandparents' house, my mom's parents, and meet up with all the family and everything, and we would bring a side or a dessert and share and kind of potluck that way. And then with my dad's family, we would meet up at a old restaurant in downtown Omaha, in South Omaha. It's not really downtown, it's in South Omaha, Johnny's Steakhouse, and they would create the most delicious Thanksgiving meal. And you could get prime rib, turkey, and then I think they also had a salmon dinner. So you kind of got a choice. It was a full course meal. You had your appetizer, you had a salad and your main course, and then you got a dessert of apple pie. I think there was another dessert, but of course everybody got apple pie. So that's what we used to do. And then Black Friday, there was occasions where we would get together with my husband's family and we would it was potluck style as well. So I'm kind of curious how you guys do this in your family. What are the things? I know for Christmas though, we used to host my husband's family. We would do Christmas Eve and it was such a blast, you guys. We had probably well over 30 people in our house. And if you guys know, our old house wasn't terribly big either. I think the upstairs of our old house was maybe 1,000 square foot. And so it was so fun though. We had everybody squished in there. And it was just really a good time and so much fun. I definitely miss it sometimes. I didn't know holidays without the chaos. So let me know, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving this year? Are you hosting? Are you keeping it simple? Are you just cooking for you and your family? Are you cooking for others? Let me know down in the comments because I would love to hear about your traditions.
Now, walking around in the snow, we do it in a very Christmas way.
I think this year we're going to be having ham actually, and not turkey. So thankfully my dad did purchase a ham. I do get turkeys for free though from BJ's. If you spend typically about $150 at some point in the month, they have a coupon where you can get a free turkey if you spend that much. So my family will eat turkey. I personally am not a huge fan of turkey. I prefer ham, and my dad prefers ham. So my dad does purchase the ham, and then I will go ahead and cook that as well. And then as far as sides go, obviously we're going to be having stuffing and my mom's mac and cheese corn casserole that I told you about, and the cranberry sauce, sweet potato pie, or not pie, but like a casserole that is really good. I put like a streusel on top of it and then layer that with the marshmallows and get the marshmallows nice and brown. I forget if it was last year or the year before. I forgot the marshmallow or the sweet potatoes were under the broiler and the marshmallows got a little bit burnt. It was a little bit of a thing. So I felt so bad. They were literally just like disintegrating when we were scooping them out. It was such an issue. But you guys will have to let me know what foods you guys are having. I would love to know about that. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. You guys are so fun. And I just love you guys so much. I hope everybody is having a great holiday season. I know last video I kind of talked about the tough times of this time of year, but I don't know, and some of you guys commented on it, and it literally broke my heart because, you know, to think about it, it could be so much worse, and I am very grateful that I do still have my husband and my children, even if I don't have, you know, even if I don't have the larger family, my mom and my grandparents and that, it really showed me to be, I guess, grateful for what I do have. And I don't know, you guys though, I truly just appreciate you guys commenting and sharing your feelings and your thoughts and just commenting and chit-chatting about your daily lives. I love that. I will say a few of you have reached out to me through messages, and I feel so bad, you guys. My messages, my notifications are off. And I try to catch up and try to remember to look and respond. And I feel so bad. I don't know how to turn them back on some of the apps. And so I try to just make a mental note and turn them on, or not turn them on, but make a mental note to check my messages. So if you guys have reached out to me and I have not responded, let me know. Because I may have missed it. And if I did, I am so sorry.
Santa, tell me when you'll show yourself to me. Help me find who my baby will be.
So I also have to know, are you guys a clean as you go type of person while you're cooking, or do you clean up afterwards? How does that work? I kind of clean as I go, I guess. This kind of shows I was cleaning while I was baking the bread. I was trying to get everything done quickly, but the bread was just not toasting for me this day. I think it probably would have been fine after about 25 minutes or so. However, like I said, I kind of got a little bit off track. I was looking at something. I had received a phone call this morning about a teacher and my children from the middle school, and it was a whole situation, and I'm like, what even is going on? And the voicemail left me very, very confused. It said that there was some sort of rumor going around, and the rumors were untrue and whatnot. Well, eventually I saw a post in the community page about it, and it basically, a teacher had gotten fired for some inappropriate, I guess, contact with a student. Not anything like naughty, but more so, she had sent out an email. The teacher had sent out an email saying that she was being fired. Kids, and you guys don't understand that kids in middle school are just bad basically, and she took some kid's lanyard, and he went off and told the office that she was mean to him and hurt him, and it was a whole situation. And so yeah, whether it's true or not, I have no idea. I know from my children, hearing from my children, that the classroom, the students are very disruptive and it's hard to focus in certain classes and whatnot. So I'm like, I don't know what to believe. It is such a thing. I tell you what, guys, if I could go back and do it all over again, I would homeschool my children from the very, very beginning. At this point, though, they are like, I don't want to homeschool. I want to stay in school. And so I just try to, if they have questions or need help, I try to help them that way. I try to encourage them to go talk to their teachers and stuff also. But yeah, you just never know. I do, though, wish I could go back and homeschool my poor kids.
We forgot what you came for, and in the coffee shop just next door.
Now that we're done gossiping here, it's time to decorate the kitchen table. So my house is going to look a little funny for a little bit, but I don't care. I have Christmas up in the living room, Christmas up in the kitchen, and now we're going to decorate this table, give it a little bit of a fall Thanksgiving touch. So after finishing the stuffing, we're going to go ahead and decorate this a little bit. I did set just, a simple table runner down with some candles and plates and stuff. I found those plates, though, at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. I don't know if they had them this year. I didn't really check, and I know that there's probably not a whole lot of fall or Thanksgiving things left at Hobby Lobby. But like I said, I didn't check this year. I also got these burlap place settings. I don't know what they're called. The burlap place settings, I did pick those up at Hobby Lobby years and years ago. I loved these. I have so many of them from our old house and our larger table that now I'm like, I don't know what to do with them all. Because if you don't know, our table space is a lot smaller in this house. And so this table is a kind of a skinny table, if you will. You can kind of tell how things are a little squished, but that's okay. I am having fun just getting it kind of set up. I didn't want to go full on setting the table, but I thought it would be cute to have for Thanksgiving morning. It is now time to get these pumpkin bars baked up for the hubby's potluck. I am so disappointed, you guys. He did not even get to try them because he got busy and had to leave work and go out on some runs. And so I didn't get to try them. He didn't get to try them. So I'm going off of what his other co-workers are saying, and they say they were good, so I hope they were. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance earlier on in the day to make them, so this turned into a cozy nighttime kitchen project, if you will. But these bars are really so easy to make. I was pleasantly surprised. I just mixed together the dry ingredients and then mixed the wet ingredients and then mixed them together. If you guys are curious for the recipe, I will leave that linked for you down below. I just found it. I think I found it on Pinterest. So I will find it again and then link it for you if you are interested. I will say they had my whole house smelling absolutely amazing. They smelled so good. The smell lingered even until the next morning, and I was like, I was really hoping he was going to bring me home a piece. So I was really disappointed when he didn't. So So once the bars came out of the oven, I did let them cool completely. I did make the frosting for them. I will say though, I was not able to frost them because the cake just wasn't cool enough, and it was late enough at night that I was like, I am not going to stay up and wait for this to cool down so I can frost it. So, and actually in the long run, it actually worked out because my husband had to go to an area that's about an hour and a half outside of, well, it's about an hour and a half from home and then another hour and a half from the job. And so, because he went up towards Ocala, which if you guys don't know, that's more up kind of northern central Florida, I guess, if you will, a little closer more to the Gulf side of Florida. And so he had to go up to that area before he went into Orlando for work. And so he just put the frosting on ice because it is cream cheese. And so I didn't want it to go bad or anything like that. You got to refrigerate cream cheese frosting. And so he put it on ice. He took I just put the lid on the cake, and then once he got to work, he did go ahead and frost it. He let the frosting get a little bit warmed up, so he was able to frost the cake. Now, I will say I asked him for some footage of the inside of the cake, but like I said, he got busy and wasn't able to do that. But you guys have to stick around because he did film a little bit of footage of him frosting this cake. I will say that the pumpkin bars definitely took a little bit longer in my oven, probably because I have so much stuff in my oven, but also I think because I use olive oil instead of vegetable oil. Now, some people are going to say that they can taste that olive oil in the cakes. I don't think you can. I can't anyway, and I feel like it just gives a much moist, whatever the word is, y'all know, cake. I think it just tastes absolutely delicious, but I think it does add on to the baking time, so be kind of prepared for that if need be. I think I don't know if the darker, I've always been told the darker pans, the metal pans take less time than glass. I don't know the scientific reasonings behind any of this. I just know what I've experienced. And so this cake took longer. It took about 8 minutes or so. I think it was longer than what the recipe called for, but it still turned out looking delicious at the very least.
About everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree.
Well, that's everything I got done today. The groceries are ready now. The stuffing, well, almost. I have to go get some sweet potatoes. The stuffing mix is stored and ready in the freezer, and the table is decorated. The pumpkin bars are also ready to go off with the hubby, and I feel so much more prepared for Thanksgiving, our Thanksgiving feast. So I'm so excited to have this all done, to be prepared and ready to go. It's definitely going to make next week much easier. I will say that I will be preparing probably a couple other things the day before Thanksgiving. I just like to do that, one, so my house doesn't get so hot, especially down here in Florida where we are back up into the lower 80s in temperatures. And so I just like to prepare as much as I can so I can still have a relaxing holiday myself.
Making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do.
Thank you so much for spending the day with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. I hope this gives you just a little bit of motivation at the very least for your own holiday prepping. If you enjoyed this, cozy vlog, this grocery haul this day. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hype the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I have a lot more fun, cozy holiday videos coming your way, so you do not want to miss them. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.